Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new here, this is a terrain build. I try and do one, I say, every week. It's been, some of them have been a couple of weeks because the weather and real life stuff's been getting in the way. I do a terrain build. I do a let's build video every week, a painting video every week, and I do a weekly Q&A every Wednesday, the weekly Wednesday. All my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon, guys. Right, so what am I going to do today on this video? The last terrain build, I made the Necromunda 2 bits. I could call them tiles. Okay, they're more like building structures, but I call them tiles because they're on a big tile. And I absolutely love that. I think that's an absolutely amazing. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. That's what I'm looking at whilst I'm recording to you guys. This is the structure. So if you don't see it, go back and have a look at it, because it's just absolutely amazing. Yeah, sorry, I had to show you that because I am really blown away with that. And I'm recording and I'm looking at it and it's like, oh, it keeps catching my eye. So whilst I was doing that, I ended up with it's like this. Okay, now that's from, I used a big biscuit packaging on there. They gave me like a nice, area to move models through. But this is some of the side pieces I cut off of it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make some really easy bits of scatter terrain, but it's going to be scrap metal. Okay, very simple, very simple. So the first thing I'm going to need are these. What are these? When I base most of my terrain, it's on this material called weatherboard. It's like an MDF. It's really nice material. It's a pain when you get it as a big sheet, but it's nice when you start getting down to smaller pieces. But these are all off-cut pieces. I have a whole packet full of off-cut pieces. That's the first thing I'm going to need. Okay, so we find a nice size one. This is the next one I need. Plastic packaging. Okay, this is actually a yogurt. Yogurts, there's big pots of yogurts that go in here. It comes in the supermarket, they put it on the shelf. You take the pots, off you go. But this is the material that we want. This nice, rigid, yeah. Originally I got this because of the squares on the bottom here to use as spacing for models. And then I had the idea of putting it on Necromunda terrain, so I come across this material. For those of you who don't know, this material is it goes in the fridge or in a cupboard to stop things sliding away. So if you've got glass jars and stuff in there, it stops them sliding, or wet cups, it stops them sliding. Very good material, especially for mesh flooring, as you see on that build. But that's what we're going to do with this first of all. So first thing I do is take this. I'm going to just see which ends are flattest. I'm going to bevel the edges, and then I'm going to give it a fine grit sandpaper sand down. Okay, not across the whole thing, just around the edges, and make sure underneath is flat. Okay, so I'll see you in a second, guys. Right, so I've got a piece here. It's semi-beveled because it was a broken piece, so I'm just going to show you how to bevel it before someone goes, oh, can you show me how to do it? So this blade here, it's not sharp, it's quite dull, but if I cut myself a bit, if I run across my skin, it will cut me. But it's dull compared to the rest of them. You'll take it at an angle, okay, and just bevel away from your body. See how I'm doing there? Hook it off. And what you're trying to achieve, you don't want it to be flat and have to step up. You want it to be like a smooth, like a little sloping area. I know most of you are going to go, we know how to do this, but some of you don't know, so I'm just going to, and not only that, some of you probably do it, but a different way. I'm trying to do it on camera without, let's put your knife away afterwards. And as you can see, yeah, sort of beveled. Now some of that, look, you see it's all fluffy and crap like that. We get a fine grit sandpaper, and all you're doing, normally I do this down here, but all you do is just giving it a brush over. Yeah, so you see that side's all nice and smooth now, yeah? You flip it to the other side, you got all this, you see a little bit there, end of my finger just flapping over the top. And you got this little corner here that's a bit moody. So all you're going to do is just smooth it down. So it's nice and smooth. I know that corner just looks bandy, but actually I'm going to cut that off. So now I've cut that off, you can see the little bit flapping over. I'm going to bevel that corner again. Fine grit sandpaper. The reason you're using sandpaper and not trying to cut it or try and peel it off, if you try and cut it, you're going to cut more than you need. If you try and peel it off, you're going to rip it, and it's going to take like a level of here, and it's going to look shit. So you're better off just using the fine grit sandpaper, and it will take it all to the same level. Okay. So I'm going to sand. I've got 2 more here to do. So I'm going to sand those down because they're already beveled. So I'm going to sand those down, and then we'll go back to the next stage. See you soon, guys. One other thing, they've all been sanded down. Yeah. Nice and easy, just nice. But you can take your fine grit sandpaper, depending on what you're putting on the piece. Now I know what I'm putting on here, bits of scrap metal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fine grit sandpaper and give the top a little sand down. And just in random, go one way in just random directions, wax on, wax off, all that sort of stuff. The reason why is, when it's undercoated and you start putting colours onto it, and you give it a little dry brush, those scratches are going to really pick up. You can't see them when you do them, but they will pick up afterwards. You can't see the scratches on there. You can't maybe see a little bit, a few bits here and there, but not. But the paint will, and the brush will. Now, you could also, when you put the piece on, then filler mix some filler around it and do it that way. That'll give you stone texture and everything else. It'd be very fantastic. But we're not going to go for that today. We're going to go without that. So, guys, I'll see you in a second. Right, just what to say to you. I had a little bit of a camera malfunction. I know, just before I was talking about sanding the top of that, I went to stop the camera and it just carried on going. Every time I pressed the stop button, it wasn't stopping. So, some of you are going to laugh at that, and that's, you know, great. Now what I've got is this. Yeah. Right, I've got this, and all I'm going to do is take a sharp blade, okay, and start cutting chunks of it out. That's all you want. It's bits like that, yeah. Nice, easy bits. Right, so after my little wrestling match, I've got these lovely pieces. Okay. Now, well, what the hell are we going to do with those? First thing we're going to do is go around like this bit here. I'm going to get rid of that. These flappy bits, we don't want them. So we'll tidy them up. Yeah, any little flappy bits you want to just try and get rid of. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to hot glue them to this. Okay, so even if it's like something like that, see that? Yeah, when we start adding colour into it, just like your black spray paint and everything else, it's really gonna pop really well. So I'm gonna get the hot glue gun on, glue them down, cut some more off of this, and do the other two pieces that I have. Okay, and then I'll come back to you and show you a picture just before I spray it. I'll spray it and then show you a picture afterwards, and then I'll back to you when that's dry. See you soon, guys. Right, so I've glued those down. I'll show you a picture in a second, then I'll spray them and show you a picture of that. But I got carried away again. I took the corner piece off, okay? And when I put it down, I didn't glue it, just put it to one side. And realised it makes a nice little curved barrier. So there's 4 corners, so I'm using 2 of those. I'm using two on one piece, 2 on another piece. And I made a pile of scrap metal. They're all great. It's all going to go with the bits as well. Just but I tell you what I've done before I'll show you, and you go, oh, what's that? Right, so I'm going to show you the pictures, spray them, show you a picture again, and then I'll come back to you when they're dry. See you soon, guys. Right, so it's been a good few hours now, and the spray's dried on them. There's a few, all I need to do is dry brush it, basically, okay? Now, the idea is I'm going to get 2 different silvers. I'm thinking Room Fang Steel is a layer paint, silver, and Leadbetter airbrush version, which is, again, a layer paint, and just giving them a dry brush. Now, there's a few things that I've noticed. Let's see, just in here, the spray didn't quite get into it. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. See, just in there, it looks a little drier. That's not a big issue. Okay, there's that one. That's that new spray that I've discovered. Absolutely fantastic, and I've actually sprayed it on a test model as well. And it's brilliant, and that's only £2 a tin, but I'll talk about it on a weekly Wednesday. This one is a little bit annoying. I missed the trim here. It's not the end of the world, and this looks very translucent. Yeah, again, it's not the end of the world, because once a bit of silver goes onto it, yeah, nice and easy. Now I could take one of these and put one of these the opposite side of it, and actually use it like in fancy type things to make like a sort of column, like of the remains of a column, shall I say. So all I'm going to do is just give them a dry brush down. You don't need to see me do a dry brush. If you do or have any questions about dry brush, chuck a comment on this video and then I'll show you, okay? Same as painting models, just a quick dry brush. Then you have a Room Fang Steel, Leadbetter airbrush version, give them a dry brush. Now, when I give them a dry brush, I'm also going to dry brush the base, okay? So it fits in with everything else. See you soon, guys. Right, just like to change the plan. I did dry brush it with Leadbetter airbrush paint. I actually couldn't find the Room Fang, so I found Ironbreaker empty. So I was like, okay. So I just dry brushed it with the Leadbetter, and then I was going to go for some beaten copper. There's a very old paint that I have for rust effect. And I was looking around, couldn't find it, and I found the Troll Slayer Orange, which came in the Imperium magazine, and it's supposed to be for like rust effects. In the magazine, it shows you using this on the containers that we've got in the magazine for rust effect. I said, you know what? Let me give it a go. And actually, this is brilliant. It's actually brilliant. I can actually see this being used with flames and stuff like that to make him look more realistic. But on the black undercoat with a silver dry brush, with this dry brush over the top, amazing, absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you some pretty pictures in a second. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, turn notifications, because this is very good as well. Very nice. 2 for 2, I think. Anyway, guys, hit the buttons for me. I'll show you some pretty pictures and see you next time. Take it easy. Hi guys, I think the lighting's starting to fail me. That was, now with that one there on that side and at the top there, it looks very orange, but that is, it's a lead paint, so it will dry down. I've literally just dry brushed them now. And here's the other one. Spin it around so you can see. Yeah. Let's grab this one over so you can have a look at that. That's what I'm saying about them columns. They're just, the corner pieces, they look absolutely fantastic. Now I could have trimmed the little gully away, but I just want, no, just leave it on there, it looks fantastic. But you could also put like, you have extra heads and arms and stuff, you can glue them along there and just like, you know, debris littering the field. There's this, see how vibrant the orange is on there. Absolutely amazing. The rust effect on that looks absolutely fantastic. Let me just spin it around. Minus the hair, that's just caught yourself on there. But yeah, this is, that one's just a piece of just, the pieces I've just cut into bits and pieces and just hot glued them on one after another. That was a happy accident again with bits at the back there. And this one was the two columns and they had a flat sheet. So I said, oh, let me glue that across the top there, make a nice little sort of barrier that, you know, there's models behind it, they can shoot underneath or they can just use it as cover, or, you know, another good build to go with this lovely big piece already. So guys, hit the buttons for me and I'll see you next time.